To make devices, we need many different processes. Photolithography is a process making guideline with photon. Coat photoresist on substrate first with spin coating technique and selectively develop it with photomask. Then remove PR out of pattern and using left PR as hard mask, reprocess the substrate like etching or deposition. In this process, affected by the light distraction, PR can be overdeveloped or underdeveloped. So we use optical proximity correction (OPC) technique to make up for the issues. And nowadays, to produce nanoscale devices, we use double patterning processes like LELE, litho etch, and SADP, which full name is the self-aligned double patterning. Yeah. And next, etching. Etching is a process selectively melting or carving the things, especially substrate. Yeah. In this process, etch rate, and uniformity, etch profile, and selectivity. Yeah, etch selectivity is very important. We call them figure of merit of etch process. As I told you before, we melt things or we carve it. So we separate this process as wet etching and dry etching. Wet etching is cheap and simple process, but it's hard to control. Contrastively, dry etching is expensive and complex, but its etch controllability is very good. Yeah. Next, we use doped substrate. Yeah, we use doped substrate, so we need to dope. Yeah, we need doping process. There are two different ways. First is diffusion. To use this process, deposit dopant on the substrate and add thermal energy. Then the dopants will be driven into the substrate. And another one, ion implantation. This time, just bombard the substrate bombard the substrate with the accelerated ions to connect sources, drains, gates, and what else? Anyway, yeah, to connect each of them, we need metallization process. But if we let metal and silicon contact directly, it makes Schottky diode, and the diode will works as a huge resistor. So to solve it, after contact the metal and silicon, add huge thermal energy to make silicide between the silicon and metal.